Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the Jaguar I-Pace. Well, another electric car on the channel. I had to do it. So what you probably don't know is back in 2019, a year after the launch of this I-Pace, I actually had one for a week from Jaguar UK. I wasn't doing YouTube then, so I didn't really film anything, but what I do remember is the range anxiety of getting into an electric car and thinking, blimey, am I going to get to where I need to go? How do I charge it? Is there infrastructure and all the rest of it? And it was panic, panic, panic. So I've learned a little bit more about these electric cars over the last 12-18 months, and I said to the guys at Jag, I said, look, maybe it's time I get back into an I-Pace. So they're very kind enough to lend me this. So let's talk about the spec of this car. So this is the HSE, so pretty much right up there with a very good standard spec. However, it does have a host of additional options. So let's just go through the spec. So exterior wise, this is Eigar Grey, one of my favorite colors in the Jaguar Land Rover range. It's got the exterior black pack, which I think you have to have with this color, so it does make it look fantastic. And we've got the 20-inch alloys as well. They're a no cost option. So interior wise, so we've got the wireless charging with signal booster, which as an option, it's only a matter of time before most manufacturers offer it as standard. You've got active air suspension, you've got 14-way heated and cooled electric performance seats. So these seats look fantastic, and they're actually really comfortable. And I'll tell you how I know that, because I spent a lot of time in the car yesterday in a trip to the other side of London. So the glass roof, the panoramic sunroof is also an option, as well as privacy glass. Why is privacy glass still an option in 2021? I have no idea. Brilliant sound system. It's got electric memory seats, it's got blind spot indicator, lane assist, adaptive cruise control, decent sat nav. Used it all day yesterday to all my destinations, worked really well. This is 79,000, let's call it 80. This is an £80,000 electric car, so it's right up there with the Teslas, probably the new BMW iX, which they've launched. The Merc EQC is a lot cheaper than this, but yeah, 80 grand for this electric car is a lot of money. But you know, they've been selling shed loads of them since 2018, since the launch of this car. What's it really like? So the infrastructure where I live is getting a lot better, so I have been able to charge. I still don't have a charging point at home, so I went to use the Osprey one same day I got the car, just to top it up. Half an hour gave me 50 miles, which wasn't a lot. So that was fine, kept me going. It goes back tomorrow, so I've had it nearly a week, and it's actually been pretty good. I drove into London yesterday, so I live just outside of West London. I drove to Stratford, the other side of town. I went through London rather than going around it, because it's congestion free. So from my home to Stratford, from Stratford further out to Ilford, I had to go to Knightsbridge, and then home after that. And it's about 82-83 miles round trip. I use 80 miles of my range, straight up 80 miles worth of range. I was using the air conditioning intermittently. You didn't need the heated seats. It's got cooling seats, which I didn't really use, or maybe I should have, but 80 miles. So I didn't manage to regenerate any miles in this car, which in electric cars, they say you're supposed to. So weird, but nonetheless, when you're driving around at 20 miles an hour in London, I can't believe it's 20 miles an hour, you know, it actually worked okay. Negatives on this car: it's a weird shape. It looks a bit weird. You know, they call it an SUV. It's not a traditional looking SUV. The interior looks a bit dated compared to what I've seen in the BMW iX and in the Mercedes EQC. I think the EQS and EQE that have just been launched blow this away. This is a bit dull, a bit simple. It's not as good as what I've seen in the F-Pace. I think they can certainly improve this. And for £80,000, I would like a better ambience at night. It's just bland and boring and dull. It needs to be a little bit more, in my opinion, especially for £80,000. You're spending 80 grand on this, blimey. Performance seats are comfortable. As I said, I did do 80 miles yesterday, so I was in the car for a long time. It did everything I needed to. The boots are reasonable size. It's got a small compartment in the front, but you can just about get a decent sized laptop bag in there. I wanna like it, and to be honest, I'm starting to understand EVs more and about looking after your range, charging and planning journeys better. But the fact that I couldn't regenerate on this is a bit of a downer. Would I pick this over some of the competitors? It's a tough one. Not 80 grand I wouldn't. I'd go somewhere else. Probably save myself some money as well. It is quick. Put your foot down, it does certainly go. I think it's got under 5 seconds 0 to 60, which is incredible for this. One thing I have realised, so the last EV I drove was a Fiat 500. Now I know I'm not comparing like for like, but that was a smaller, lighter car, and it didn't use the range as quickly as this does. What I'm finding in this, because it's so much heavier, you're using more and more. Even on your little town journeys. So there is definitely a place for the smaller EVs, but if you want one, this will work. Good size in the back. Again, the individual seats. It was comfortable. The gear switch is pretty easy to use once you know how. I've left it in eco mode to try and get the most out of the battery. Good quality materials from Jag. People say, you know, will it break down? Look, every car can break down. Doesn't matter what you have, but it's just how you look after the vehicles. Model lineup on these, you have if you plan your trips and you know we can charge, you can have an electric car, not a problem whatsoever. The challenge is on the type of chargers you're going to find where you're going, if they're working. You know, I was in Stratford yesterday and the charging point where I expected to top up the charge wasn't working, so thankfully I had enough. I didn't need to do it. But if you're going on a longer journey and you need it, you need it. Infrastructure isn't 100% as yet in the UK. We are getting there slowly, but is it going to be ready in time for everyone to switch? I doubt it. There's still lots of challenges. It's a good car. It's not a great car. It's a good car, the I-Pace. It's big, It's not your traditional looking SUV, as I mentioned. They were big and bold when they launched this in 2018, I think it was. That lane assist is very intrusive, even if you're indicating. It's alright. Would it be my first choice for an EV? No. No. I think what I've seen of the new iX, which I believe first cars are due on the road in a couple of months' time, that will work really well. That'll be I think that'll be very successful, that car. Just give it some, see what we can do. 60, 70. Foot off the accelerator, charging. I haven't had the issues that I've faced in some of the other Jaguar Land Rover products with the Bluetooth. It connects very quickly in here. It also connects the media very quickly as well. See, now I've come into under a tunnel and it's just dark. It needs some mood lighting in here. Right, might be no fuel in the country allegedly. Allegedly. Let's see the charging point. Oh! So because another car is charging here, I can't get mine to charge. What is the point? Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on the I-Pace. Please let me know what you think in the comment section below. I do have some more videos lined up very, very soon. I'm going to try and do them a bit more regular, but I do have a full-time job, so this is kind of like part-time. So I will try and bring you some more regularly. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know if there is any specific vehicles you would love to see on the channel. I'm trying to get more EVs. I'm trying to get more combustion engine cars. I'm trying to get everything and anything, to be honest. But do let me know what you think, and hit that subscribe button as always, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.